Hey there, Colonials. Welcome back to Quickly Colonial. And today is a very special day. My dear George Washington, happy birthday. Make a heavenly wish. With that, my dear Colonials, I was going through some of the items that we have in our home today and kind of moving things around. And, we don't have anything museum grade. It's not worth anything, but we love to collect little bits of history. And some of those little bits of history we've shared in past videos with you. Well, today I happened to come across, usually we talk about the American Revolution, colonial times, and George Washington or the founding fathers on this channel. But I came across a Confederate $10 bill. A $10 bill from the Confederate States of America. And as I was going through some other things, I came across my gavel. Now, as I've shared with you before, I'm a Freemason, just like George Washington was. And many years ago, I was the worshipful master of the lodge. And that got me thinking, here's my connection. Now I got it. My dear Colonials, September 18th, 1793, in full Masonic regalia, George Washington oversaw and dedicated and laid the cornerstone of the U.S. Capitol building, of what they called the Temple of Liberty. In this special ceremony, they poured corn and oil and wine on this cornerstone as part of the dedication. Corn for nourishment, wine for refreshment, oil for joy, and it all represented divine blessings, prosperity, and peace for the new nation. Now, how does that connect with this $10 bill from the Confederate States of America? Well, fast forward 80 years later. And this architect comes to the guy who's in charge, the Secretary of War, who's in charge of the building, the overall building and completion of the U.S. Capitol building. And he has this idea for this statue on the top of the dome, and he approves it. And so this was April 1856 when it's approved. It's installed December 2nd, 1863, and finally finished in 1865. But the Secretary of War wasn't there to oversee the installment or the finished product. Why? Because he was no other than Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederate States of America. And so he never got to see, he never got to be there for the installment or the dedication of the final product of the build. He was there obviously later on, but not in that position. So my dear Colonials, there you have this connection with a Confederate $10 bill, a gavel and Freemasonry, and George Washington. My dear Colonials, I love bringing this history to you. I love studying it for myself. And George Washington, a very happy heavenly birthday to you. And my dear Colonials, I'll see you soon. Cheers.